All right there. This is a quick video on how to install a WordPress plugin. I have a basic test website here that I'm using for today, and I'm going to teach you both ways to install a plugin. The easy way, which is through the WordPress dashboard, and I'm also going to teach you the hard way, which is through uploading the files to your server. So the first way, let's have a look at this. So the first thing we need to do is log into our website. And if you don't know how to log into our website, I will link a article to this video so you can have a look and learn how to log in. But once you've logged in, the first thing you need to do is navigate over to Plugins and click Plugins. Once you arrive there, you will see a list of plugins that are already installed. And these two plugins are installed here. And if I want to, I can activate or delete those plugins. That's totally fine. But in this situation, we're going to go straight up the top here and we're going to click Add New Plugin because the goal is to add a new plugin. Now, before we do that, the first thing I want to do is talk about what plugin that we want to install, because today we're going to install a plugin called Duplicate Page. And this is just an example. There are many types of plugins that do many different things. And Duplicate Page is one that I really like because it allows you to duplicate a page, and so you will have a exact copy of another page that on your website. So that allows you to create a similar page but maybe change some of the wording. This is not a feature that comes with WordPress. You need to install a plugin to be able to get this feature, and so that's why we're doing that today. And this is a very popular plugin. It has over 1 million active installations, so we know that it's relatively safe plugin to install, been well maintained. It was recently updated 2 months ago, so we can tell that it's kind of very up to date with the latest version of WordPress. If we saw the plugin had 500 installs and was updated 2 years ago, then we would know that that plugin is a little bit more sketchy and maybe not secure, and we probably want to reconsider whether we use it or not. So that's just a little thought about how to decide what kind of plugin is good. And as a general rule, I look for plugins with thousands of installs and a fairly recent, within 12 months, or update to the plugin, and that generally makes me feel safe. But you can obviously look at things like the reviews and other information about the plugin to get a really good sense of whether this is a good plugin or not. And you can also ask a web developer and they'll be able to teach you that too. So heading over here, we want to go to Add New. We're clicking on Add New, and then we want to type in here, we want to type Duplicate Page. And then typing in Duplicate Page is going to search through the WordPress plugin store, and it's going to find the one that is the closest to what we've just searched. And so you can see here the exact plugin that we want is listed as the first result. There's other plugins that are similar. This one here called Duplicate Post has 3 million installs and it was updated 3 weeks ago. So actually this might be a better plugin, but today we're going to install this one. But we could make that call and we could work it out. Or we could install both and we could see which one works best for us and then remove the one that we don't want. So there's many options there, but I would recommend not installing too many plugins because you want to keep your website as light as possible. So as we go, we're going to press install, and that's going to install the plugin. We want to double check that it's by the person that we want. So we can go back to this page here. We can see, yep, the author is the same. The name of the plugin is the same. So this looks like the correct plugin. So we press activate, and that's going to activate the plugin. So it's now working on our website. So let's go and check that out. And as you can see here, it's highlighted blue, which means it is active and we can now use this plugin. So if I go into my pages, there is a new feature here which says duplicate this, which allows us to duplicate this page. So that's great. Now, next thing we're going to do is remove this plugin and install it using the hard way, because this is the easy way, but sometimes the easy way doesn't work and you need to use the hard way. And that's totally fine if you have access to your hosting. We're going to be walking through cPanel hosting today, but you could use this with any kind of hosting. There will usually be a similar process, and you will need to ask your hosting company if it doesn't exactly align with what we're doing today. So let's go and press deactivate on the plugin. That's going to deactivate the plugin so it's no longer being used. And then we can press this delete button and press OK, and that will remove the plugin so we no longer have the plugin. Now, what we need to do as a first step is to go back to this page where the plugin is, and you can go to wordpress.org, click on plugins, and you can search plugins here, or you can search all of WordPress, but plugins specifically here, and you can find plugins, or you can just use Google and you'll find the direct link. So that's all I did. I typed in duplicate page and it came up with this as the first result on Google. So then I click download, and that's going to download the plugin. It's a very small plugin, so it's very quick to download. Then all I need to do, I don't even need to unzip it. I just need to leave it exactly like that. Then I need to come into my hosting panel. And this is what a cPanel host will look like. And as you can see here, it's just a standard cPanel host. So your hosting will look similar to this if you use cPanel. Most website hosts still use cPanel. So this is, majority of people will have hosting that looks like this. Some people will have different hosting, and again, you will need to contact your hosting company if it looks different than this and you're a bit confused. The best way is always to ask the hosting company or ask a developer to help you with this. I want to head over to File Manager. So I'll click on File Manager from the main page. That's going to open a new File Manager page. Then we want to navigate through the files to get to the right place. So we want to go double click on public HTML, public_HTML, double click on WP content, and then double click on plugins. So that's going to see here we've got our plugin. There's one plugin here and there's one plugin here. This plugin is super basic, so it doesn't have its own folder, but there are two plugins here. So all we need to do then is click on the upload button, which is on File Manager, and then we need to click select file and grab that duplicate page plugin zip file. That's going to upload. It will turn green when it's finished. Then we can close this. We can come back here and press reload, and that's going to reload. We can see here the zip file is right there. So we can then right click, edit, and right click and extract. Don't press edit like I was about to, because that's not going to do anything good for you. Press extract. Right click and extract. Extract files, and that's going to extract the files on your server. So if I reload, then you can see there's two now. It says duplicate page as a folder. You can see the little folder icon, and duplicate it as a zip. So we can right click on the zip version and we can press delete and confirm, and now that is removed. And we can come back into our plugins. We can see here duplicate page no longer exists. We can refresh and it's going to be there again. So it's back and there, and we can press activate and that will activate the plugin again, and we've got it working again. We can test that by going in here and we can see that there is this button to duplicate a page. Okay, now there is a slightly easier way to do this if you don't use cPanel, and if you want to use the admin again to upload a plugin, then you can. So let's go back to the plugins page, press deactivate, and then you want to delete this plugin again. And then the last thing, just like the first step, we can click add new, but instead of searching for the plugin, we can actually click this button here to just upload it through here. And that's a very good way to do things. But if you're having issues with this part of it, you probably will have the same issues with uploading here. It's worth a try. But if the plugin is particularly large, then has some sort of strange thing happening with it, then you might, or if your server is configured incorrectly or configured with low resources, then you might have this problem. So there we go here. I can activate this plugin after uploading it, and we now have the plugin activated and working. So that's all you need to know about installing plugins in multiple different ways. And if there's any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. But for now, thank you for your time and have a great day.